प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ यश्छन्दसां वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोऽभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया शृणोतु। अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमा स्वहमिति भ्रान्ताभृशं वादिनः। मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमः व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः।
आह
आह कः अयम् अध्यासः नाम इति उच्यते। स्मृतिरूपः परत्रपूर्वदृष्टावभासः।
The definition of adhyasa is being given. The question is, Purva Pakshi or a disciple asks, sir, what is the exact description? What is the accurate description of this adhyasa? So Lakshana also means definition, characteristic or definition. Answer was given, Smriti Rupaha Paratra Purva Drishtava Bhasaha. So now here Avabhasa, we are seeing a false appearance. A false Paratra. Paratra means Bhinna Adhishthane. In a locus different from its own. See, if you see the silver in the place of silver, that silver is in the locus where it should be. But here you are seeing the silver in a locus adhisthana different, which is shukti. So therefore it is paratra. So paratra. So that is it is elsewhere. So it is elsewhere. So it is a wrong locus. So drishtaha, drishtavabhasaha. So avabhasa, false appearance, seen somewhere in a locus other than its own. Now here, why Smriti Rupa is brought? Which is Smriti Sadrisha Rupaha, with whose form is like memory. Here memory means not actual memory, remembered thing. It is like a remembered thing. Why this is brought? If this Smriti Rupa is not brought, the definition spills over to pratyabhijna, recollection. It is what is called as ativyapti, a rule applying to things more than to that it is said. For example, that is, cow is an animal which has got 4 legs. This is the definition. Cow is an animal which has got 4 legs. Yes or no? Cow has got 4 legs, but there are many other animals which have got the 4 legs. So therefore your definition is not precise. Your definition is a defective definition. A deer also is 4 legs. Any blessed, there are many animals which have got 4 legs. This is called as ativyapti. No doubt it describes the cow, but it also includes the many other things. So like that, if you say paratra, that is paratra purva drishtavabhasa, for example, let us say, you saw Mr. Yajnadatta, let us keep Devadatta, Yajnadatta, so that if I tell somebody else and somebody says, Swami, why did you take my name? So they say, you saw Mr. Yajnadatta at Delhi. You said. First time you met him, you got acquainted, etc. And other day, he happened to come to your house. The moment you say, oh, this is who? Devadatta. No, Yajnadatta. See, Swayam Devadatta is a different example. Somebody is telling Shabda, it is a Shabda Pramana. But here, you yourself know, this is that Devadatta. What did you do? You memorize, you recollect. Actually, it is not memory, recollection, they say. Pratyabhijna. Pratyabhijna. So therefore, why? See, now he is Paratra Purva Drishtaha. You saw him where? Delhi. Now you are seeing him where? In Bombay. It is Paratra, a different place. But again, Purva Drishta or not? You had seen him earlier. Here avabhasa means not false appearance, actual perception. Is it not? But this, the Yajnadatta is right in front of you. Sannihita, he is in the proximity. Whereas this silver seen in the shell is not right in front of you. It is something like the memory. So therefore, to exclude pratyabhijna, recollection, that smriti rupaha phrase has, word has been brought. This is explained beautifully by Bhamati. See, look, actually I have given the explanation, but just to make you acquainted, I am just reading the Bhamati as such. Take page 11. Take page 11, it says, Bhamati, last line after Smriti Rupaha, Smritehe Rupam Iva Rupam Asya iti Smriti. From 11 it goes to page 12. Bhamati, huh? So you should be able to now locate. When I say Bhamati, you have to see the passage of Bhamati. Ratnaprabha, Ratnaprabha, Nyaya Nirnaya, Nyaya Nirnaya. So, what is Smriti Rupa? Why it is said Smritehe Rupam Iva Rupam Asya? Its form, the form of what? This Rajata, silver seen where? In the shell. Its form is like Smritehe Rupam. It is not said Smriti. It is something like a thing that you remember. You have, that is, you have remembered. Rupa said. Why so? He says, continuing, asannihita vishayatvam cha smriti rupatvam. Anything that you remember, is it directly in front of you? Sannihita means proximate. Na sannihita is asannihita, that which is not proximate, which is remote. So therefore, the silver that you remember is not right in front of you. It is not sannihita, but it is asannihita. It is far. It is only in your memory, and therefore asannihita vishayatvam cha smriti rupatvam means whatever you recollect is not, you remember as something seen, is not, it is not sannihita. It is not directly in front of you. Whereas sannihita vishayam cha pratyabhijnanam samichinam. Pratyabhijnana, in recollection, the Yajnadatta you saw is in your memory only? No, he is right in front of you. So therefore, pratyabhijnanam samichinam iti na ativyaptihi means definition of this adhyasa doesn't get applied to pratyabhijna. So that means smriti rupa word excludes the definition from getting applied to pratyabhijna. So that is that. Now Bhamati also, you see, at times these tikakaras, certain person excels in certain things. See, Ratnaprabha has not elaborated much about the avabhasa. Of course, avabhasyate, etc. he has said. So that is that. But Bhamatikara gives Bhamatikara. You know why? What do you mean the Bhamatikara? The one who has written Bhamati Tika. So Bhamati Tika. The name of the Tika, actually the author is, I have told you, Vachaspati Mishra, great scholar. He didn't know that he married. he was so much engrossed in this. I told you, See, he was so much engrossed in this ages. Always writing. One day at dusk time, the lamp that was burning, that oil lamp, its oil was over. And he saw an elderly lady coming and putting in the lamp oil. He says, Devi, who are you? He said, Lord, you forgot that you married to me. So he repented. This means this fellow was totally impervious of samsara, etc. She used to do something here and there and earn something and manage the thing, etc. But that was pativrata she was. So that is serve the husband there, etc. So he repented so much. He said, please forgive me. As Arita said, so this Tika, her name was Bhamati. He named the Tika as Bhamati. So that is what Vachaspati Mishra. That is why Vachaspati Mishra's scholasticity was so great, Panchapadika didn't come to limelight. Actually, Panchapadika was brief, and this fellow was very scholastic way he was using. It was after Vivarana explanation came, then Panchapadika shot up. So because actually how much the stuff was there in the, things were there in the Panchapadika, so that got revealed, and then people started admiring the greatness of Panchapadika. Anyway, now he explains avabhasaha. See, avabhasa can also mean cognition, knowledge. So here we are saying avabhasa is false knowledge. That false knowledge, he explains, take page 11, Bhamati first line. No, second line. Bhamati second line. Avasannaha avamataha va bhasaha avabhasaha. Second line of Bhamati, page 11. He gives the derivation of avabhasa. Avasannaha bhasaha avabhasaha. One derivation. Second derivation is avamataha bhasaha avabhasaha. Two meanings he gives. Two meanings. Avasanna. What is avasannaha? A bhasa means a cognition. Bhasa. Then what is avasannaha? It can mean perishable, ending, or unhappy. And a cognition which is subject to termination, or which is an unhappy thing. Unhappy thing means it can lead to sorrow. So that is what is the avabhasaha. Then what is avamataha bhasaha? Bhasa means pratiti. Also, see, bhasa can also mean correct knowledge. Avabhasa, that bhasa can also mean correct knowledge, but here pratiti, a cognition. So avamataha bhasaha avabhasa. This derivation means avamataha means tiraskrutaha. Tiraskrutaha, despised, slighted. Despised, slighted. So therefore, so avamataha bhasaha, a pratiti, a cognition which is despised because which is not true. which is false, and being false, it can make you land in problem. So therefore, avabhasaha. So what is this? That is the avasada or avamana. Avamana, insult. Avasada here, destruction. What is this destruction or despising of this bhasa? Explains, pratyayantara badhascha asya avasadaha avamanaha va. Pratyayantara badhaha means this silver that you have seen will get terminated by what? Another pratyaya. What pratyaya? Oh, this is shukti. This is shell. So therefore, pratyayantara badha, that which gets terminated, destroyed by another cognition, another knowledge, correct knowledge. So therefore, that destruction, for that it is called as what? Avasadaha, means perishable, ending or unhappy, or avamanaha, despised. That is what it is. So actually, what does it mean? So etavata mithya jnanam iti uktam bhavati. So what is that? Etavata, by saying that it is avabhasa, avasanna bhasa or avamata bhasa, so which ends by another pratyaya, mithya jnanam. It is mithya. Now here, this mithya jnana, don't make it mithya cha tad ajnanam. Adhyasaha mithya jnana nimitta was told, no, that which is anirvachaniya mithya and ajnana. No, this is actually jnana, cognition, which is mithya, which is false in nature. See, two words are same, but you have to see the context. So therefore, mithya. So that is the, it says mithya, that which is false knowledge. The same thing that avabhasa is further explained, tasya idam upavyakhyanam. So its further commentary in what? Purvadrishtaha ityadi. That is purvadrishtasya avabhasaha purvadrishta avabhasa. The cognition of something that was seen earlier is purvadrishta. But this definition can go to pratyabhidnya, therefore smriti rupa has been brought. So therefore, what is the definition of adhyasa? Actual definition is paratra avabhasa. Then you have to add there paratra paravabhasa, means an false appearance of a thing in a locus other than its own. This is the definition. But how it is so? How it has got accomplished? Smriti rupaha purvadrishtaha. Smriti rupaha pradrishtaha. What is smriti rupaha? Something which is like your remembered thing. Here smriti means not simply memory. See, Tika already said. Smaryate iti smriti, page 12, first line. Bhayatna Prabha. Smaryate iti smritihi satya rajatadihi. That which is remembered means actual silver, etc. Tasya rupam iva rupam asya iti smriti rupa. It is something like a remembered silver. That is the smriti rupa. And how this smriti rupa has come? You had seen earlier silver elsewhere, and having seen the silver, you have got samskaras of silver, and those samskaras are giving rise to this appearance as silver in the place of shukti. So therefore, smriti sadrishaha means just as the remembered silver is born of memory, and memory is born of samskara, this adhyasa also is born of samskara. So therefore, smriti rupaha, there you have to add smriti sadrisha rupaha, the one whose rupa form is like the smriti. Why like? Because adhyasa is born of samskaras of your earlier perception. Smriti also is born of samskaras of your earlier perception. But adhyasa, whatever that is seen in the adhyasa, is not actually whatever you have remembered, but it is something like that. You know why? In remember, are you seeing something actually in front of you? Come on. So let us. Yesterday you saw something very beautiful. A beautiful rose you had not seen any time in your lifetime. From Bangalore, directly from Bangalore. They say Bangalore is meant for roses. They say the rose city. The big one, and not only big one, very fragrant. Now you are remembering. Is it in front of you?
No.
No. But this silver
Yes.
appears to be there.
Yes.
Appears to be there. That's why that's Smriti, Sadrisha, Rupa. It is not Smriti. So with this, Vedanta, what Vedanta has to say about the definition of this adhyasa is over. In this context, I told you the 5 khatis that are prevalent. Khati can mean jnana. Khati can mean erroneous cognition also. Pratiti, cognition. Bhasa, all this is the meaning of this thing. Name also is there, but that is not in the context. But for us, so the khati means here the erroneous knowledge, false knowledge. Fine? So that in all 5 are the pancha khatis, means these are the definitions given by different schools of thought for adhyasa. Wherever a Brahma is there, a delusion is there, different schools of thoughts, they view that adhyasa in a different way. The question is, sir, you are giving this definition according to you, but there are others also. They are also great people. You can't just slide them down. They are also very knowledgeable people. They give a different way. How it can hold good? How is it defined? The Bhashyakara doesn't want to enter into argument. He would have torn them into bits elsewhere, but here it is not. It is a superfluous, redundant thing as such. Say, look, yes, it is true. There are different versions about the definitions of the adhyasa, but what we have to take into account is all these definitions except one factor. What is that factor? Paratra avabhas, para avabhasaha. In a wrong law, that means an appearance or false appearance of a thing in a locus different than its own. This is accepted by all. That is what required. Where do they differ? What is the basis adhisthana and what is that is superimposed? In this they differ. That is there. That is fine, sir. We are not concerned with that because this is not the context. This, of course, how other khatis are wrong is elaborately discussed elsewhere, not by Shankaracharya, by other Tikakaras, and they have proved how this definition given by Vedanta alone is true, etc. But it is just an academic this thing for us. We are not insist. Some commentators have dwelt upon that at length. Here, not it is not much given as such. So this is it. So therefore now, so this is the Vedanta definition of Vedanta given is called as anirvachaniya khyati. So now let us teach it. Tikakaras give anirvachaniya khyati afterwards, but actually smriti rupaha paratra purva drishtava bhasaha. This is what is called as anirvachaniya khyati, and this is as per Advaita Siddhanta. What is anirvachaniya? We have seen inexplicable. A khyati, a false appearance which cannot be explained at all. Why it cannot be explained? Come on, tell me. In the shell, you have seen or somebody has seen silver. Now this silver, is it true silver? Why not? Sat chet, if it is true, of course, not Trikala Bhaditava sets, for Vyavaharika, actual silver. If this is Sat, by any other knowledge, it will not get negated. Sat means if it is real silver, it will not get negated by any other knowledge. But what happens? If you go close and scrutinize it, it gets terminated. So therefore it is not Sat. If it is Asat, not at all there, you will not be able to cognize it, you will not be able to see. So that, but you are seeing it actually. Satchet na badheta. If this real silver is real, it will not get terminated. Asatchet, if it is not there at all, na pratiyeta, it will not be cognized. So therefore what? Sadasadbhyam bhinnatva. Being bhinna, different from sat and asat. Sadasadbhyam bhinnatva. It is what? Anirvachaniya. It is something which is inexplicable. See, by listening to such Sanskrit sentences also you get, yes, you get familiar, familiar that how a language is learned otherwise. See, grown-up people, parents can't speak Marathi, non children, they are past masters in Marathi. How? So that because the company has said. So that language is always like that. It comes by practice. So, Satchet na badheta, asatchet na pratiyeta. So therefore it is called anirvachaniya. So that is the case. So it is also called as mithya khyati. Mithya khyati. So and as you have already seen, Bhashyakara refers to this anirvachaniya khyati by smriti rupaha paratra purva drishtava bhasaha. Of course, actually Bhashyakara has not used the word khyati at all, but he refers to this. Now comes the anyatha khyati. Anyatha khyati, anyatha, in a different form or in a different way, means appearance in a different form than that of the thing, or an appearance in a different way than that of the thing. Khyati you already know. This belongs to Nayayikas, Vaisheshikas, also called as Tarkikas. So Anyatha Khyati is the opinion of Nayayikas or Tarkika, Vaisheshikas, Sampradaya, also called as Tarkika. So according to this mata, a given thing cannot be superimposed on another thing. But a given thing cannot be superimposed on other thing, but the attributes of a given thing can be superimposed on another thing. That is what their mata. So, means attributes of a thing located at a different place can be superimposed on in a wrong locus. That is what they say. Now let us see how Bhashyakara explains. Now this is what anyatha khyati. There is other one is atma khyati. This atma khyati belongs to Vijnanavadi, or also called as Yogacharaha, the Buddhistic school of thought, Vijnanavadi or Yogachara. So what is this Atma? This Atma is not our Vedanta Atma. They call the Buddhi as Atma. And what they say this Rajata, the silver that you are seeing, is the characteristic feature of Buddhi Rupa Atma. Where is it? It is inside, and that is inside is seen outside. See, Buddhi Rupa Atmanaha, of Atma, which according to them is Buddhi Rupa Atmanaha, Rajata Rupa Dharmasya. Its feature, attribute is what? Rajata Rupa Dharmasya. And where is it? Antarasya. It is not in your book. So, Antarasya. don't think everything I give is in the book. Or you say, afterwards हम ढूंढ लेंगे ढूंढने को नहीं मिलेगा. Say Rajata Rupa Dharmasya. And where is that Rajata Rupa Dharma attribute? Antara. Within your psyche, Antarasya. It's Bahi Rajatavat Bhasa. it appears as what? Bahi Rajatavat. It appears as though a silver is there outside. So that is what is called as that is what Atma they say. So Atma Khyati. So now these two schools of thoughts, that is Anyatha Khyati and Atma Khyati, are clubbed by Bhashikara in the forthcoming phrase Tam Kechid etc. in that sentence.
Tam kechit अन्यत्र अन्यधर्माध्यासः इति वदन्ति केचित् तु
बस. Tam means what? Come on. Avabhasam. Adhyasa here is parat avabhasa is no tavabhasam. That adhyasa avabhasa. Kechit. Some people see Bhashikara has not used the word who is what. He says some people. Other thing kechit anyatra kechit tu, like that, like some people. But Tikakaras have figured out. they are because they are familiar. The olden days teaching was like that only. So therefore, so Kechit. Who are they Kechit? Anyatha Khyati Vadinaha, Atma Khyati Vadinaha. Those who advocate Anyatha Khyati and Atma Khyati. So they say Anyatra means Bhinnadhisthane. Bhinnadhisthane, in a wrong locus, means in a locus than its own. For example, keep the stock example. What is it? Shukti, Rajata. So therefore, for Rajata, silver, Shukti is what? Bhinnadhisthana, Anyatra. So therefore, a wrong locus, Bhinnadhisthane, let us say in Shukti, Anyadharmasya Adhyasaha. Anya dharmasya. Anya here is what? Rajata. In Shukti, Rajata dharmasya adhyasaha. The adhyasa superimposition. Anyatra anya dharmasya adhyasaha. So that is in the shell, the attributes of Rajata, which is different from that superimposition, that is what they call as what? Adhyasaha iti vadanti. This is the general meaning. Now here, that anyatra, anya dharma is viewed differently by who? Anyatha Khyati person and also Atma Khyati person. Though the definition given by Bhashikara is same, but what is anyatra is meant by these two differs. Anya bhasa differs in these two, and therefore we get the two other Khyatis. Both are explained in the Tika. So take the Tika, page 13. That is last line. Last line, Ratnaprabha. See, look. Now whenever I say Tika, it refers to Ratnaprabha until Chatusutri. Once Chatusutri is over, when I say Tika, it refers to Nyaya. Because for Chatusutri, I will be following as far as closely, not everything as such, closely Ratnaprabha. And afterwards, for rest of the sutras and for complete text, I will be following Nyaya. Because Nyaya is very consistent with the Bhashya. Nyaya Nirnaya is very consistent with the Bhashya. Of course, Bhamati, as far as ours, this thing is concerned, we don't take much into account Bhamati as such. Ratnaprabha also is, actually Ratnaprabha takes from Bhamati and Nyaya. But many places, these two are silent. Who, Ratnaprabha and Bhamati are silent. Nothing, passages, a passage after they just skip. It depends on the author as such. But Nyaya is very consistent. Another thing, Gita Bhashya, Upanishad Bhashya, even Brihadaranyaka, Vartika, etc., we generally follow what? Anandagiri Tika. Anandagiri Tika only. Nyaya Nirnaya is by Anandagiri only. Anandagiri Tika. So that way, so it is very reliable. So now say Kechit, Kechit. Who are those Kechit? I hope you got the line. 13th, Ratna Prabha, last line. Some. Who are they? Some. Anyatha Khyati Vadinaha. Those who advocate the Anyatha Khyati. So they are, that is Nayayikas and Vaisheshikas, that is Tarkikas. Anyatra. What is that Anyatra? At a different place. He gives the meaning. Shuktyadav. That example is kept, which Shukti Rajata is kept intact. So Shuktyadav. Anya Dharmasya. The characteristics of other. What is the other? Rajatasya Dharmasya. That Rajatasya Dharmasya explained as Swavayava Dharmasya. See, if you just go through that, what is this Swavayava? What is Swa Avayava? Okay. What is Swa? You have to find out. You know what is this Swa? It stands for Rajata. You make a note there, otherwise you will not able to make a head or tail of it. Right? Anya Dharmasya means Rajata Dharmasya. Same thing is explained. Swavayava Dharmasya means to that is the attributes of Rajata. Do you know why he has brought Tikakara? To distinguish from Atma Khyati. In Atma Khyati, that Rajata is whose dharma? Buddhi dharma called Atma dharma, which is Antara. No. If you take that, you will land in where? Atma Khyati. No, to distinguish from that, he said what? From this. That is Rajata. Again, see, that further the same thing, Anya dharma is specified. Deshantarastha rupyadehe. Of that is the good dharma attributes of Rajata, where it is Deshantarastha, in that shop or some lady's necklace or something like that. You know why that Deshantarastha? The silver which is in some other place, because Vedanta has given Smriti Rupa. Smriti Rupa told, no? So therefore it should not mean Smriti Rupa. If it means Smriti, see how they were very accurate as like lawyers. So therefore, say, if it is not Deshantarastha, is not specified, it becomes Ativyapti. It can apply to your remembered silver also. And if you apply remembered silver, what is that? It is Anirvachaniya Khyati. It is Anirvachaniya Khyati. So remove that, the possibility of a Vedantic definition. He says, Deshantarastha rupyati adhyasaha iti vadanti. Understood? Means superimpose appearance of the feature of silver, which is somewhere other place, not in your memory. That is what is called as anyathakati. This fits in anyatra, anya dharmadhyasa. Only what is anyatra and anya dharma, that determines anyatha khyati or atma khyati. I hope you have understood. Anyway, if not understood, keep one thing in mind. All these fellows speak of only one thing. Paratra, para, avabhasaha. So, now what same definition applies to atma khyati? How? So that is Yogachara Vijnanavadi. How? Explained by Tika. Atma, next page, top line. Atma khyati vadinastu. To distinguish from anyatha khyati vadi. And this atma khyati vadi are who? Vijnanavadis, yoga charas, vadinastu. Bahya shuktadau. In a shukti, what shukti? Shell. Where is it? Outside. Bahya shukta. Say buddhi rupasya atmana. Buddhi rupa atmana. Of atma, who is of the nature of buddhi. Means this is not our Atma, not Vedantic Atma. Actually, Vedantic Atma, the Vaidanik Vadis, they don't accept at all. Say the buddhi is Atma. So therefore, buddhi rupasya atmanaha dharmasya, its feature. What is the feature? That silver is the attribute of Atma. What is that Atma? Buddhi, which is inside. It's not outside like the Shukti. So Rajatasya, and it is Antarasya Rajatasya. It is not a silver that is somewhere outside at the Antarasya. Antarasya Rajatasya Bahirvad, as though it is outside. Avabhasa, appearance, false appearance. Iti vadanti. Iti vadanti. So this is who? Atmakhyati. So how they are wrong, etc., none of our business. this much is more than enough for us as such. So that is. Now we should be practical. What is required? There are certain things which needs elaboration because Tatparya is involved. That we will do. So that I will thrash it. But on such things we can just go like that. So then, so that is the next definition. Kechittu. Kechittu.
Kechittu yatra yad adhyasaha tad vivekagraha nimandanaha brahmaha iti.
These are Akhyati-vadis. Akhyati, literally Akhyati means Ajnana, not knowing. This belongs to the Puramimamsaka. Belongs to Puramimamsakas, also called as Guru Mata, or also called as Prabhakaraha. Prabhakara. Prabhakara Mishra is the originator of this. It is called Prabhakara Mata, also called Guru Mata. There is an interesting episode. Why is this called Guru Mata? This Prabhakara Mishra was learning from his Guru. And while teaching, the Guru got caught up in a phrase and he split it in a wrong way. The compound, no, he split it in a wrong way. And on the spur of the moment, he could understand something has gone wrong because it's outside the topic as such. At the same time, it didn't click him to this thing. This guy, sir, it is like this. He corrected said. He said, he appreciate. You are Guru. You are very Guru. And then since then he started calling me Guru. Somebody else told. Somebody's name was Guru Kumar, it seems. And when he went to the school, the teacher said, hey, how can you be Guru? You are Kumar, I am Guru. You remove that Guru, and that fellow made him remove that Guru. No, this was not like that. He appreciated, hey, you are really Guru. And that got stuck up, and afterwards his Mata also called as Guru Mata. So therefore Prabhakaraha. So Prabhakaraha, so they say like this. See. According to them it is like this. Seeing silver there is neither knowing silver nor knowing Shukti. You don't know either silver or Shukti, and therefore what? That Abhyasa has taken place as silver in the place of this. Had you known silver as silver, you won't mistake it. Had you known shell as shell, you won't mistake it. And therefore it is called, let us see now. Kechittu. Kechittu refers to Akhyati Vadinaha Prabhakaraha Puramimamsaka of the Prabhakara. This Yatra means in Shuktao. Same example we have to keep, otherwise we'll get confused. In the shell, Yadadhyasaha. Yadadhyasa means Yasya Rajatadehe Adhyasaha. adhyasa, superimposition of silver, etc. Tad means tayo, the tad vivekagraha nibandhanaha. See, tad viveka means it is a shashti tatpurusha samasa. Tayoho vivekagraha nibandhanaha. Nibandhanaha means dependent. What is adhyasa? In a shukti, appearance, false appearance of silver. In a shell, false appearance of silver is actually known nibandhanaha, dependent on. Tad vivekagraha. Agraha is not knowing, non-cognition. Tad viveka is tayoho viveka. Viveka, distinction between those two. What are those two? Shukti, shell, and Rajata, silver. So therefore, tayoho, arthayoho, of those two things, namely shell and silver. Viveka is distinction. So agraha is not knowing, not cognizing. Nibandhanam, karanam, or dependent on that. So you are seeing the silver in the place of shell because of not knowing the distinction between silver and the shell. Let us not probe further, because then you see you have to say that how it is wrong, etc., etc. We take the so we will take the. This was anticipated much early. We are spared because the school is just nearby only. So that is tad viveka, because of lack of distinction, knowing the distinction between the shell and the not that one. Let her see this. Let her sit there only. Bas. Just sit there only. So tayoho, tad vivekagraha means tayoho, or tayoho, arthayoho, of those two things. What are those things? Shukti and Rajata. So viveka, distinction, difference between them. Agraha, not cognizing, it is because of that. The cause is so. Nibandhanaha, such a brahmaha. That brahma, that delusion is what? Adhyasa. So let us see how Tikakara is explaining. Say, Tika says, Akhyatim, page 14, line 2, Akhyatim aha. He says, now defines the Akhyati, Kechiditi. So what is it? Yatra yasya adhyasaha lokasiddhaha. Yatra, in whichever locus, yasya adhyasaha, the superimposition of something is lokasiddha, means is perceived by or is well known. Say, tayoho arthayoho. It is because of not knowing these two things. Tayoho arthayoho bhedagrahe tayutadhyoscha bhedagrahe. Just see the tika. There is bhedagraha, bhedasya agrahanam. Not knowing the distinction of the between these two. Between what? Tayoho arthayoho. Of those two things. What are those? Shukti and Rajata, one thing. Not only that, tadhiyoho. Buddhi means what? Knowledge. The knowledge, this is silver. Knowledge, this is shell. Agraha, bheda, distinction between, lack of distinction between two things. One, between the lack of distinction between the two actual things, and then second is lack of distinction between the knowledge of two things. So that way, agrahe sati. So there is tan mulaha brahmaha. So the Brahma adhyasa is occasioned by not knowing the distinction between two things and the knowledge of the two things. Iti. And as a result, what happens? Idam rupyam iti. This is rupya. This is silver. Iti. Say ti vadanti. Vishishta vyavaharaha. Vishishta vyavahara means a specific misconception. Vyavahara here, misconception. A specific misconception people say. Tikakara says, let them say, but they don't deviate from what we have told. What is that? Paratra paravabhasa. Continuing. Taihi api means by those people also. Who are those? Akhyati vadinaha. Vishishta vyavaharanyathānvapatya. Vishishta vyavahara means the specific misconception. What is the misconception? This is silver. It's anyatha anupapatya. Otherwise you can't explain it at all. So that is a Vishishta bhrantehe swikaryatva. They also what? You can't define other way. So therefore they also accept what? Vishishta bhranti. What is that? In a wrong shukti, silver is seen. As our silver is seen in a wrong basis, locus called the shell. So that was shukti. Vishishta bhrantehe swikaryatvat, because they also accept. So what we say holds good. What is that? Paratra paravabhasa sammatihi iti bhavaha. Paratra, in a locus other than what it should have been, parasya avabhasa, appearance of something other than the thing, they also accept. Then the next mata, shunyata asatkhati, that is shunyata was shunyavadis mata. Asatkhati is by shunyavadis. Shunyavadi, and again it is a both Buddhistic school of thought. So that is what they mean is appearance of asat. Asat means of which is not that which is not at all there in reality. Means seeing the silver in the shell where it is not there. Seeing the silver in the shell where it is not there. That is what they call asatkhati. That is explained or defined by Bhashyakara in Annetu.
Annetu yatra yat adhyasaha tasyaiva viparita dharmatva kalpanam achakshate iti.
This mata belongs to Madhyamikas or Shunyavadis, Buddhistic school only. Madhyamikas or what are called as Shunyavadis. What they say? Anne means this asatkhati vadinaha. Anne asatkhati vadina or Shunyamata vadinaha. To, in contrast to the earlier explanation or definition by other schools of thought, yatra. Now let us give that example. In shell, shukti, yatra, yadadhyasaha, yasya rajatadehe adhyasaha. The adhyasa of rajata, etc. Rajatadehe adhyasaha. He says adhyasaha. Tasya eva. Tasya eva means of that which is totally not there at all, for which let us take the tika. See, we take the tika. Tasya eva. What is the tasya eva? Tika first line. End. First line at the end of the first sentence. First line. Tasya eva means adhishthanasya. Adhisthana. What is that adhisthana in our case? In the example Shukti Rajata, Shuktyadehe. That is Viparita Dharma. What is Viparita Dharma? Viparita Dharmatva Kalpana. It is a kalpana, imagination or cognition, kalpana, imagination or cognition of something which is viparita dharma. What is viparita dharma? Tikakara himself explained. Viparitaha means viruddha dharma. Viruddha dharma means opposite feature. Now the problem is, what is this opposite feature? What is that? Shukti. In Shukti, the cognition of something which is opposite feature. What is that opposite feature? He says, dharma yasya tadbhavasa patadbhavaha viruddharma, that is viruddha dharma tadbhava. What is that? Tasya means rajatadehe. You see, it should be like that. Sentence should be like this. Viparita dharmatva kalpanam. Viparitaha viruddha dharmaha yasya tadbhavaha. That state. Tasya, add kalpana. Kalpana, cognition, imagination of something which is totally opposed to Shukti. That is what is there. So to make it very clear, Tika further explain, say that what Viruddha Dharma is like this. Rajatadehe. See, this is Rajatadehe is explanation of Viruddha Dharma. What is the Viruddha Dharma? Rajatadehe, the silver etc. which is, that Viruddha Dharma is this. Atyanta asataha. Atyanta asataha means that which is totally not there. Totally not there. So it's assembled. Only this much, don't get confused. Silver is something which is not at all there where? In the Shukti. So Shunya or not? Silver is Shunya in Shukti. It's Kalpana, cognition. This is Kalpana means cognition. Achakshati. That is what is they say. Achakshati means they say. So that is what they say. Who say? This asatkhadivadinaha, shunyavadinaha. That is, so we have already come to Panchakhyati. Nirvachaniya khyati, anyatha khyati, atma khyati, akhyati, asat khyati. There is a sixth guy, Sankhya, sadasat khyati. It is not taken into account here. Sadasat khyati. So what he has to say? Say, look, actually this fellow is contradicting point blank. Say, you are seeing silver there. So therefore silver is there or not? Then how did you see? So silver is there, therefore sat. Badha, etc. is there. Then afterwards you went near and scrutinized it. Shukti. Shukti. Silver is not there. So therefore what? Asat. Same argument Vedanta takes as anirvachaniya khyati. Sat, but it is not sat because it is badha is there. It is not asat because pratiti is there. So therefore we say anirvachaniya khyati. But this person makes use of the same thing to say that sadasat khyati. Yes sir. You see, it is a contradiction. It's because Bhashikara I have not taken because a given thing in a given locus cannot be sat and asat. A given thing cannot be sat and asat. That's why the rule. But they are called sadasat khyati. This is Sankhya. That is not taken into account here. Only the pancha khyatis are taken there. And the first one is, that is anirvachaniya khyati. So he says, Bhashikara doesn't want to delve in this. Otherwise he would have torn them into bits. Others have done it. Okay. But he says it is waste of time as such. So therefore he says, Eteshu mateshu, he says, in this, continuing, Tika continuing. In these different types of schools of thought, in terms of definitions of adhyasa given by 5, including Vedanta, anirvachaniya khyati, mateshu, paratra paravabhasatva lakshana samvadam aha, sarvatha api. Samvadam means aikamatya. Aikamatya is concurrence, agreement. In all these five, one thing is invariably agreed. What is that? Paratra, in a locus than its own of what is seen. Paravabhasa, parasya avabhasa, a false appearance of something other than itself, other than the actual thing. That lakshana is what? Accepted by all. So therefore, Bhashyakara says, this feature of adhyasa, what is that? Paratra paravabhasa is not absent in any one of these five types of explanation given for adhyasa. That is what he says. Sarvathapi
सर्वथा अपि तु अन्यस्य अन्यधर्मावभासतां न व्यभिचरति.
Sarvathapi, in whatever way, sarvathapi, in whatever way, or what you call by all means, or altogether, sarvathapi. To, this is certain, what is it? Anyasya, of a given thing, anya dharmava bhasatam, appearing as though having some different attributes. Na vyabhicharati, vyabhicharati means is absent. Na vyabhicharati means is not absent. Na vyabhicharati means is not transgressed or is not absent, in the sense this feature or the definition of adhyasa, na vyabhicharati means is invariably present. Two negations. It doesn't get transgressed means it is not absent, means it is invariably present. What is invariably present? Anyasya anna dharmavabhasa, or anyasya means paratra. Anya dharmavabhasa is paravabhasa. This is invariably present. Means what happens? All concur in the in a wrong, that means a given thing is mistaken for something else, and therefore Brahma is there. This is what is the Tika, first line 16. Anya khyatitvadi prakara vivade api, means anyatha khyati, atma khyati, all these khyati, vadi, khatitvadi, prakara vivade api. Prakara vivada means their mode of explanation in terms of what is adhisthana and what is adhyastha, though they differ. Adhyasaha paratra paravabhasatva lakshanam na jahati iti artha. Adhyasa doesn't give up this feature or definition. What is that? Paratra, in a locus other than its own. Paravabhasaha, that is appearance of something other than that. This lakshana, this definition, na jahati, is not given up. Fine? You remember, paratra paravabhasa, this definition is accepted by all. Adhisthana, locus and something superimposed, according to them, differ. We are not bothered about that. Having told this adhyastha, in Shukti, the Rajata is false, mithya, is going to be shown by the Tikakara.
अहं वृक्षस्य रेरिव कीर्तिः पृष्ठं गिरेरिव ऊर्ध्वं द्रविणपुंसवर्चसं सुमेधा अमृतोक्षितः इति त्रिशङ्कोर्वेदानुवचनम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दु सदृशो माया समाच्छादना सन्मात्रः करणोपसंहरणतो योगो सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदम् श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये अशुभानि निराचष्टे तनोति शुभसन्ततिं स्मृतिमात्रेण यत्पुंसाम् ब्रह्म तन्मङ्गलं परम् अतिकल्याणरूपत्वात् नित्यकल्याणसंश्रयात् स्मर्तॄणां वरदत्वाच्च ब्रह्म तन्मङ्गलं